municipalities. Municipalities were building schools. Municipalities were building roads. Municipalities were, and they are used to do that through the locally generated resources. All right?
Not entirely.
Well, by and large, there was no, in another old constitution, there was no provision of 50% money going to the municipalities. But what I'm trying to say, long and short, bearing that in mind on the bigger structure, I would have, given as a constitutional lawyer, I would have avoided duplication. I would have strengthened what you call application of funds at the ground in such a way that, and by the way, you'll be surprised. There are certain counties for the last 10 years, you go there, they still look as the same.
Nothing has changed.
They used to do during the current times. Nothing has changed. Not even a paint. Nothing has changed. And yet, every year, there is billions and billions of shillings. Why? Because the money goes purely to the recurrent. They pay the salaries, they pay the doctors, they pay the MCAs, they pay everybody else, and this kind of thing. So, in terms of development, so there's nothing. So, the question then, which I want to ask my brother here, was the devolution purely meant to devolve paying of salaries? I don't think so. I think the picture was much bigger than that. But I think that, again, that's a matter of debate. One, we need to rethink, or we need to replace very many things along the way. But I think the bigger picture was to ensure services are felt at the ground. And I also give a very good example. Today, we have allocated 141 billion to the health Ministry of Health. Now, we have also almost allocated the same, almost similar or not more amount of money in the counties to support their health business. Why the two? Why don't you carry the as one, and then you can become accountable? Agriculture. We have a Minister of Agriculture at the national level, which is doing all manner of national activities, importing fertilizer, this kind of thing. Now, is the role of the county assembly of the county government only to distribute fertilizers? Because that's where they're anchoring themselves in the ministry? Agriculture sector.
Why is the ministry doing the things it's doing? If agriculture is a devolved function and the role of the ministry is mostly policy, if health is a devolved function and the role of the ministry is mostly policy, why is the ministry receiving 150 billion shilling budget? Half of what all the counties are going to receive for everything they'll be doing, running health, running agriculture, paying salaries, doing roads, all those things, running ECD facilities, and yet one ministry has half of the devolution budget. Why?
See, that's a disconnect. That's what you call the disconnect between the law and the application. The disconnect between the structure of the county government structure under the Constitution and the national government role. Remember, those roles were left with the national government purely for policy purposes. And I give maybe a simple example. In the coming to health, there is the KEMSA. There is the what you call the referral hospitals and this kind of thing, and there's the larger disease control, the malaria, blah blah blah, which are domiciled within the ministry, and therefore you cannot question, or rather you cannot fault budget allocation because there are programs which are being run concurrently with.
Are they supposed to be running the programs, Wakili, or are they supposed to be oversighting and coming up with policy? So should the Ministry of Health, for example, in the disease control, should the Ministry of Health be running malaria programs, or should it just be coming with a policy on how to handle malaria, and then the programs are actually run at the county level?
Now, some of those...
Why does Afia House have to go and treat and supply treated fertilizer, not fertilizer, nets?
Some of those funding, they come through donor funding. And therefore, donor cannot engage 48 counties. It engages...
There's a council of governors.
Actually, why can't it engage the 48
counties? There's a council of governors which sits here, and the donors can engage with the council of governors, which has a structure. The council of governors can then work with the governors. Why do they have to work with the Ministry of Health?
The council of governors is not recognized under the Constitution.
Let's recognize it.
That's what I'm saying.
As a law.
That's what I'm saying. There is the legal aspect of it and the implementation. As I said, when it comes to a donor, like maybe you and your group of fund and this kind of thing, there's what you call accountability and the access of negotiation. You can't sit down with the 47, 48 countries.
Actually, you
because,
can, Mheshimiwa.
Let me finish. Let me finish. And I'm saying what they're doing is right. I'm just trying to say. Remember, my conversation is very simple.
Yep.
Given an opportunity, I would change a lot in terms of the governance. So at least we save funding, the current challenges of funding, and put the money more into development. And I'm saying there is duplication. I'm not just find anything here. There's duplication